Good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we do hold our offices in three parts of the globe, and unlike Byju's, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, Lenskart, Paytm, we are not unicorn. We are 100% cash rich group with $0 backing from any private equity and venture capitalist. Since inception, we are a profit making company and continue to be a profit making company. Rather, we operate our own private equity fund, which is completely under the control of Treasury Consulting and funded by Treasury Consulting, where we are investing in potential startups, not like Byju's, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, big startups. Apart from that, we hold our own hedge fund, proprietary platforms, our learning academy, Sheetal Academy, and lot of stuff. We hold many things. If you wish to have any information, you can definitely WhatsApp on my personal number, which is +91 9899 Alternatively, you can WhatsApp on my back office, which is +91 9818485155. Hold for a minute, guys. This is 8th September 2021. You know that Treasury Consulting is a data driven company. Whenever we make any video, we always talk about the data. That's more important thing. 8th September 2021. Indian newspaper Live Mint, page number 9. 8th September 2021, Indian newspaper Live Mint, page number 9. Jailed former Yes Bank Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Rana Kapoor. This is wrong. Shri Rana Kapoor. Shri Rana Kapoor not only took undue personal interest in risky investment in Diwan Housing and Finance Corporation, shortly known as DHFL, but also ignored warning from Treasury and risk management teams of the private bank, resulting in a huge losses according to the latest charge sheet by Central Bureau of Investigation. Okay. When Diwan Housing run by Dheeraj and Kapil Wadhwa aimed to raise from the market but was unable to find an investor, Yes Bank Investment and Financial Markets Committee, headed by Rana Kapoor, Shri Rana Kapoor, approved a proposal for investment of 1,000 crores. It's a taxpayer money, 1,000 crores. In unsecured, redeemable, non-convertible subordinate debentures on 5th April 2018. Investigation revealed that Rana Kapoor had shown undue personal interest in aforesaid investment and took premeditated decision of investment without discussing the matter with a concerned official of Yes Bank, and the article is very long. So this is as per the supplementary charge sheet filed by Central Bureau of Investigation. Perfect. By the way, many of you knew me personally. They knew that I worked as a corporate treasurer for American companies for 10 years. And I dealt with every bank, you name, JP Morgan, HSBC, Bank of America, Citi, Standard Chartered, Royal Bank of Scotland, and Deutsche, Barclays, and forget the Indian banks like State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda. Don't talk about these banks. There is hardly any bank left globally with whom I not dealt with. Even today, as we speak, God is very kind that Treasury Consulting is investing in top 10 mutual funds of India. Rather, we are adding two mutual funds next week. More importantly, we bank with DBS, Development Bank of Singapore, and Kotak Mahindra Bank, and probably very soon would be adding few banks. So Treasury Consulting running his own treasury function. Every day I speak with banks. I get research reports of banks. Some of the research reports, some content I share in the public for knowledge. Once I feel that this research is in public, if it is confidential, I never share. I know that how actually the risk management in the Indian bank works. Let's take a simplistic example. The income, basically the asset size of ICICI Bank between 2017 to 2021 grew by around 94%, precisely doubled, you can say. So between 2017 to 2021, it is precisely doubled. While the debt took minus 21%, which is definitely a good news. I'm not denying that your asset base is growing by around 94%, while the debt is cutting to minus 21%. Very good, fantastic, guys. But this is a good news for a novice person. The real news is the implied or contingent liabilities. The annual report of ICICI Bank, page number 123, you will see the contingent liabilities of ICICI Bank, which is around 26,48,000 crores. You heard me right. 26,48,000 crores. And just check the hedge accounting disclosures of bank. It is not the question of ICICI Bank. The same applies to every bank in India. None of the Indian bank disclose asset liability management. 26 lakh crore worth of contingent liabilities, if you add HDFC, Axis, SBI, and all other banks, it maybe end up 50% of the Indian GDP. So I know how the Treasury Department of Indian banks work. So I'm very sorry to say that if Central Bureau of Investigation is in their charge sheet is putting a point that Rana Kapoor not heard the Treasury and the risk management team, then I apologize that they're not aware that Treasury and the risk management team holds no value in Indian banks. It is for the sake of formality they are actually into the picture. No one hears about that. We know the asset quality in IndusInd Bank. Over the years, hundreds of articles being written on the Google, and hundreds are available on the Google, which focuses on the asset quality of IndusInd Bank. The various decisions made by various banks in the history raises the question about the credentials of the investments. So the Treasury and the risk management team is useless. By the way, I am getting the research reports of Yes Bank on a daily basis, and you would be very surprised to know the research quality also. That is also a credential. So guys, the important thing is not the Treasury Department, rather the important is the auditor who concludes the book. Now, before I go ahead, I have a website called fearlesscompliance.com. A copy of that article is shared on our Twitter handle and Media Desk. We run Twitter and Media Desk, so you can refer. Top accounting firms have been in news for all wrong reasons. Here are the few instances from 2019. Now, please note that the writer of the article only shared the 2019. As Financial Reporting Council, none of the big fours, Deloitte, EY, KPMG, and PwC, managed to surpass 90% target of its audit. With audit quality not up to the mark, audit firms needs to take step to identify the problem. Problem is this: and take proper action to improve the quality of the audit. Investor hard earned money, people pension plan, stakeholders livelihood, a lot depends upon the auditors. Inefficiency in audit is resulting in a loss of money and putting a question on the credibility of the audited financial statement. Now, this the writer of the article mentioned basically the 19 basically few instances. Example: Unified Health Infrastructure Project, Deloitte. Age discrimination of PwC, 2016. KPMG in Oman, 2018, Capital Market Authority. KPMG Bermuda, fined by PCOAB. PCOAB means Public Company Accounting Oversight Board. KPMG Mexico data leak case. KPMG and Deloitte Syndicate, 2018. KPMG and Cooperative Bank PLC. KPMG screws up BNY, Bank of New York, Mellon compliance reports. Security and Exchange Commission say 50 million fine for KPMG is significant and appropriate, 2015. Security and Exchange Commission settlement with the former KPMG LLP partner. KPMG and PCOAB scheme, October 2019. EY 2017 PCOAB inspection report, that I read. PCOAB released the inspection report of EY in October 2019. The audit deficiency of EY was 31%. EY has the worst deficiency raised in the past, minus 50% deficiency rate in 2013, around 48% in 2012, 36% in both 2014 and 2011 and 2014. EY ranks third in the list of worst deficiency in the Big Four. Deloitte 20%, PwC 24%, KPMG 50%. Note. EY ex audit partner audit judgment. PwC Italy accounting scandal. PwC fined $7.9 million by Security and Exchange Commission. PwC Mexico on independence of auditors. Deloitte Japan fined $2 million. Deloitte UK partner fined over bad Serco Geographics audit. Deloitte and Equitas investors lawsuit. Deloitte Malaysia partner fined guilty plea $1.2 million scam. Deloitte UK screw up results in £1 million fine from ICAEW. ICAEW is an accounting body in UK actually. England you can say. And the list is very long. Don't think that I'm short of list. The biggest question here is, and the most important question is the auditor. Who audit the books of the companies? Now, let me take a break and move to 3 years ago. 3 years ago, almost all Indian banks were having Big Fours as auditors. And now check. It changed. Why did you change? Why did you change? You were audited by Big Fours. Einstein, Young, KPMG, Deloitte, PwC. Why did you change? Tell me. So, rather than blaming the treasury and the finance people, those who are the yes boss people, because they're getting salaries from the bank, the question lies on a third party who should be independent and henceforth called statutory auditors. I have a document of Yes Bank with me, and the copy of the document is shared on our Twitter handle. It is by Yes Bank Limited, letter dated 25th September 2020. This is in continuation of our communication dated 17th August 2020 informing about the annual general meeting of a bank, along with the notice of the annual general meeting and the letter dated 10th September 2020, informing about the outcome of the annual general meeting of the bank so much tough English, it can be written in one line, which inter alia includes the information about the appointment of Messrs. MP Chitle and Corporation. If pronunciation is wrong, it is completely unintentional. MP Chitle and Corporation Chartered Accountants is a statutory auditor for the bank for a period of 4 years, subject to approval from RBI every year. Okay. Enclosed, please find brief profile of the MP Chitle and Corporation Chartered Accountants who were appointed as a statutory auditor of the bank in terms of Reserve Bank of India circular dated 30th January 2001 and 27th July 2017 on completion of the term of the erstwhile statutory auditor BSR and Company. You know that BSR and Company belongs to which big four? You know this about. After Yes Bank, Diwan Housing, Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Services, PMC Bank, Videocon, and the list is very long, very long. No one ever raised the question on the auditors. If today I, for an example, study the 10K, 10K means the annual report of any bank or a company in US, say Goldman Sachs. If I study the 10K, I trust Goldman and I trust the auditor of the Goldman. It's not about Goldman. If I study JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Citi, Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, any other company, I trust these companies, their credentials, their history, and of course the auditor. That's more important thing. History is witness that in 2008, when the financial world shook from Lehman Brothers, hardly any auditor was aware about that. There is a movie called Margin Call, which is made by Hollywood. Very interesting movie. I always see this movie whenever I get time. It is live on Amazon Prime or Netflix. You can yourself see. In 2018-19, when the accounting scandals started in India, hardly any auditor was aware about that. But my video is not ending here. Rather, video is starting here, which is even all these mess up the stupidity of the Yes Bank. Hold on, guys. I show you something. Yes Bank, the single largest shareholder in Dish TV, is pushing for a promoter change in a satellite TV provider, alleging that the board is not in line with the corporate governance standards. You know, what does that mean? This means that Nirav Modi is putting a finger on Vijay Mallya, that Vijay Mallya is corrupt. Or alternatively, one US bank is putting a finger on another US bank that 2008 scandal is because of you. And it is known that everybody was involved in this scandal. Wait, you will get the more stupidity here. The basic question as to why Dish TV is going for a right issue remains unanswered, said one of the two people, a Yes Bank executive. It is a zero debt and generates 2,500 crores EBITDA every year. It's a bullshit. Dish TV is having a debt in the books. Thanks to Reuters, I got this data, and I'll just show you how I got this data. This is the Dish TV. In 2017, they were having a debt of around 11,369 million INR. In 2018, they were having debt of around 31,539 million INR. In 2019, they were having a debt of around 27,600 million INR. In 2020, they were having debt of around 17,900 million INR. And in 2021, around 8,100 million INR. What the hell you saying? It is a zero debt company and generates 2,500 crores in EBITDA every year. This is one stupidity. This is one stupidity. And this article having many. So, one side, Yes Bank is blaming Dish TV on corporate governance. Another side, the media or whatever the Yes Bank executive name has not been given, else I am from a banking side, I would have located him very easily. Dish TV is a zero debt company. Now, a novice investor who have no Reuters, no knowledge, believes on the media will say, oh my God, Dish TV is a zero debt company. Let me buy Dish TV. Wait. I will show you another and most important stupidity. Yes Bank is said to have now sought legal opinion to induce new board members on Dish TV. Okay. Yes Bank floated asset reconstruction company in India. Am I clear? Asset and reconstruction company in India. Wait for a while. An article in Business Standard dated 12th August 2021. Private sector lender Yes Bank is looking to set up asset reconstruction company and has invited expression of interest from the prospective investors. Though its process advisor Einstein and Young through its process advisor Einstein and Young, Yes Bank has called for expression of interest from investors with a strong financial capability and processing substantial experience. If I would be on the board of Dish TV, I would have wrote a single letter to Yes Bank, which corporate accounting governance standard is permitting to have Einstein and Young as a process advisor for Yes Bank. But did any media person talk about this? No. Almost every passing day, they look at my LinkedIn profiles. The media people, Einstein and Young, Deloitte, PwC, everybody, all partners. You know, after reading this article, I felt like, I again repeat, that Nirav Modi is accusing Vijay Mallya that you are a corrupt person. And Vijay Mallya is looking at Nirav Modi and saying, what the hell are you talking about? With due respect to everybody in India, Treasury and Finance Department, whether they are in a corporate or they are in a bank, until otherwise they are in a foreign bank like Goldman, JP and all, they at least have some say there. But Treasury, Finance and these departments, at least in the Indian banks, have hardly any say. Hardly. They are only for the sake of show off. Simple, in plain English. As per Reserve Bank of India, March 2020, around 8.35 trillion INR worth of NPA in the books. This is irrespective of 146 billion US dollar phased out from the Indian banks in the last 8 years. Absolutely. In the last 8 years. 146 in the last 8 years. If Yes Bank Rana Kapoor not heard the finance and treasury team, then how come, then which finance and treasury team of the banks permitted to phase off 146 billion dollars? I was very young when people asked about, they used to use a simple word called apple to apple comparison. And now I believe in apple to apple comparison. These all are my personal opinions. That's a separate thing, that whether I am bullish on Yes Bank or I'm not bullish on the Yes Bank. But one thing I know is that Yes Bank did the highest stupidity of his life by challenging Dish TV in terms of corporate governance. They can easily challenge Dish TV as a corporate governance because they are the largest shareholder, around 25% in the Dish TV, but provided their background is clean. This is Raul from Treasury Consulting Group. If any Big Four feel offended, my number 9899242978. It is a zero debt company and generates 2,500 crore EBITDA every year. Oops. You even cannot trust the numbers mentioned in the newspaper. You remember, just on the lighter side, there is a movie by Amir Khan ji, Rang De Basanti. You know, in this movie, there was a scene when two of his friends were jumped from a large fort and into the water, and they were making noise. You know, police people came, and there was a foreign lady also at that point of time present, Mr. Amir Khan friends, if I'm not wrong. And so they handed over some money to the police people, and that foreign lady immediately objected. You know what is going on, and I don't know the name of the actor. I think Siddharth. I might be wrong, right? So I take apologies if I'm wrong. So Siddharth pointed out to that foreign lady, "Welcome to India." You know, it is a zero debt and generates 2,500 crores EBITDA every year. Welcome to India. Have a great time ahead. Welcome to Indian media. Have a great time ahead. This is the video which is dedicated to the Treasury Consulting Group. And to be very honest, we are keeping this video now onwards at the end of every YouTube video. And all the courses by Sheetal Academy and Treasury Consulting Group. There are many questions people generally raised about Treasury Consulting, the products, the services, and we reply these questions on WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and variety of forums. But the quantity of questions, the queries are continuously increasing. Henceforth, we decided to make a video. Of course, this is not the only video which we are making. Rather, over the period of the time, we would continue to upgrade this video, to be precise. First of all, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group. We are based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. As we speak, company is around 5 years plus old, and more importantly, we are 100% cash rich company. Unlike the so-called unicorns, without quoting the name, and even if I quote the name, it's a fact that they never touch the profit. The company is in profits from inception. So since inception, the company is in profit. So we are a 100% cash rich group, 0% venture capitalist, and 0% debt. More importantly, our legal entities invest our free cash with mutual funds and international banks across the globe. We are a client to almost top 10 mutual funds in India, and that is the reason we do have holistic information about the mutual fund industry in India. That's a separate thing, that majority of the information never comes in public domain. Even if a fraction of the information comes in public domain, this fraction of information come for one day and then you know how it happens. So as we speak, we do have, three legal entities: India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we are a cash rich group and we are having 0%, which means not a single cent invested by any venture capitalist or private equity firm. The company has not taken debt from any bank, financial institution, or hedge fund. So we are a zero debt company. That is something which we need to understand very holistically. The following are the products and services we do have about Treasury Consulting. The more detail is coming at the, as the video progress. We have our own proprietary hedge fund. Many people in the world do not understand the meaning of proprietary. The proprietary means no party outside Treasury Consulting can invest in our hedge fund, which means that we trade with our own money. We are not accepting anybody's money. Even if you give us any amount of money, any proposal on the table, it is completely rejectable. So proprietary is a word which is often used in United States and Europe, but unfortunately this is least used in India. The proprietary means people trade their own money. They do not trade somebody's money. Even if tomorrow, after listening this video, you come to us and say that I give you $1 million to trade my money, I will say thank you very much. We are literally not interested. We hold our own proprietary fund, and that fund would continue to be proprietary, which means that the outside participation would continue to be zero forever. This fund includes the equities desk, the commodities desk. We have our virtual comics platform. More importantly, we have our OTT Academy. OTT stands at over the top, just like we are having Amazon Prime, we are having Netflix, Disney. There are so many, OTT platform we have worldwide. Our OTT platforms is not as big because they started 6 months ago, but thankfully we are having handful of customers and they are growing. In our OTT platform, we are creating video and uploading at the back end of our platform. People with authorized login ID and password can see these videos. Apart from that, no one else is authorized to see these videos. As the video progresses, you will get to know that as we are having around 13 plus, which is 13 plus different series as far as the OTT platform is concerned. As we speak, August 2021, it is 13 plus, and we are continuously adding more series. Our idea is very clear. We will reach to 35 or probably 40 series in another 1.5 years of time. We are having our learning arm, which is Sheetal Academy. The details of the Sheetal Academy is given at the end of the video. We have our own family office desk. Rather, very soon, our hedge fund would be a part of our family office. We have our own pension fund desk in terms of consulting. And there are 62 plus different platforms which are listed on our fixed income platform, which is www fixedincome.global. So as we speak, we have our proprietary hedge fund, we have our equities desk, we have our commodities desk, we have our virtual comics platform, our OTT Academy, our penny stock desk, Sheetal Academy, family office, pension fund, and variety of such platforms. TRFX Academy, which is our OTT platform, over the top platform. This platform is having 13 plus series. Now, few I mentioned, basic series, moderate series, advanced series, valuation series, treasury series, wealth management platform. Wealth management platform is actually integrated with TRFX Academy and would continue to be integrated because of course we would be investing heavily in the wealth management platform. When we speak about wealth management platform, we speak about the learnings. We are not talking about the trading. There is a difference. It's a trading platform. Remember this. We have 13 plus different series, like few are basic series, moderate series, valuation series, advanced series, treasury series, research and analysis series, and we have variety of such series. So please do remember that. As we speak, we have around 180 plus videos live. Every week we shot 10 videos, so every month we are adding around 40 to 50 videos, and it will keep adding more and more videos as the time would come. The target is very clear that we would be having more than 2000 plus videos probably in another 2 years of time, which means a dedicated private platform for learnings. So what is the wealth management platform? A wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. The asset classes includes the fixed income, currencies, commodities, credit derivatives, structured derivatives, and many more. So I repeat, a wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. Wealth management platform is also designed to cover continent-wise topic. Continents are United States, Europe, AXI, Asia excluding India. We have excluded India because the financial markets in India are very, very shallow. Very shallow. Like if you speak MTN, medium term notes, if you speak about any exotic derivatives, nowhere people are taking this. In fact, you know that I worked as a corporate treasurer. Even today, 99% of the treasury function in India are working as a cost center. Hardly 1% are working as a profit center. Hardly 1%, to be honest. So the continent-wise include United States, Asia excluding India, Asia excluding Japan, India and Japan, global financial centers like Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and respective, and of course Latin America. We are creating a wealth management platform which would be covering everything. Example, CDS, credit derivatives. India is not a market of credit derivatives. Reserve Bank of India on paper allowing credit derivatives, but neither we have buyer nor we have sellers of credit derivative. So on paper you have credit derivative, but practically you don't have the credit derivative in place. Henceforth, we really need to understand that if we wanted to talk about credit derivative, the only markets are US, Europe, or Singapore. India was not a market, is not a market, and would continue to be because we are doing nothing substantial to create a credit derivative market in India. That's the reason, even after a lot of frauds which are happening, banks are just writing off the money from their books. Simply writing off the money from their books. Had it been the credit derivative, banks would be able to get their money back. But once again, if you talk about this issue, people don't understand because they are not interested to have this. Anyways, a wealth management platform designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. And very soon, this wealth management platform would link with our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. And of course, we would be adding crypto as well. That is most important. We are planning around 1000 plus wealth management videos by December 2022, which would be covering continents like United States, Europe, Japanese market, Asian markets, global financial centers, Latin America, the tax havens like Bermuda, BVI, Caribbean, and respective, and structured finance, my favorite. 1000 plus videos would be covering almost everything as far as the wealth management is concerned. We would be covering a very simplistic and the plain vanilla topic. At the same time, we would be covering the exotic topic also. So basically, our wealth management platform is for the people those who are having zero knowledge, and it is also for the people those who are having advanced knowledge. Please understand that. It is not designed for the people those who only have basic knowledge or the people who wanted to have exotic knowledge. People with the basic, moderate, or advanced, they all can participate. This is our TRFX Academy, a screenshot from taken from our fixed income platform. This TRFX Academy is our OTT platform, which is over the top platform. And in this TRFX Academy, we are of course interlinking the wealth management platform also. I promise you, probably in another 1 to 2 years of time, we would be adding a lot of content in our wealth management platform and of course our TRFX Academy. Only people with the login ID and the password can enter into this platform, and of course on a weekly basis we are trying to have at least around 10 plus videos so that we would be able to reach to the target as far as the December 2022 is concerned, and we are committed to it, sir, to be honest. Treasury Consulting Group having own learnings platform which is known as Sheetal Academy. As we speak, Sheetal Academy is covering around 13 plus schools. Few are mentioned here. The World of Options, Option Worlds, School of Nifty and Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics, and more schools are coming. Before I change the slide, the purpose of Sheetal Academy is to create a learning platform which link with Thomson Reuters and Bloomberg. We know that we have many learning academies worldwide, and I challenge all learning academy how many of them are actually linked with Reuters and Bloomberg. I often share Reuters and Bloomberg screenshots on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter. Hardly I see, in fact, limited people in the world are sharing the Reuters and the Bloomberg platform screenshots, because the question is it requires a very deep and dense knowledge. Once you are sharing the screenshots, people generally ask questions from you, and you should have a knowledge to reply. That is more important thing. Very soon we have more schools coming. So as we speak, we are having Option World, Nifty, Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics. The other schools are School of Trade Finance, School of Regulatory, School of Treasury Technologies, Functional Training. We have functional trainings, forensic trainings, information technology trainings, regulatory trainings, and technological trainings. As we speak, around 200 plus trainings are listed. More trainings are coming over the period of the time. All these trainings and everything are integrated with our fixed income platform. You visit our fixed income platform and you would be able to get all trainings and all information here. Apart from that, we provided you the WhatsApp number. You just WhatsApp if you have any query, and in most of the cases we reply if we feel that the query is genuine. So the Sheetal Academy is a platform whose job is to provide practical and industry oriented knowledge. Of course, we link with Thomson Reuters, Bloomberg TV, and many international magazines, international books, and so on and so forth to provide you as practical training. You visit our YouTube channel. In fact, the video you just listened, you can compare this video with any other YouTube channel and rest you know. Apart from that, we just launched our TCG Video World. What is that? We have people, those who working day night in their respective jobs. Some are engineers, some are finance people and all. They don't have time to attend the regular one-to-one trainings. I agree that they need video trainings, like the content shot in the video delivered to them, and as and when they get time, they listen to it. We launched our TCG Video World, Treasury Consulting Group Video World. In this video world, we have decided to have 100 plus topics, 5 already done as we speak. As we speak, 5 video trainings are live, pay and get. The only time need is the time to upload on Telegram groups. Every training at least 1 hour or 2 hours. It is a video training, so it is not a one-to-one training. Videos are recorded, you get the videos, recorded videos. Videos to be upload in the Telegram groups, because Telegram gives you the privilege to upload 2 GB of video. Whenever we feel that the video length is big, we request people to share their Gmail IDs. They can create their fresh Gmail ID and we upload the video in their Gmail ID. Which so that because Telegram as we speak is giving a privilege of only 10 GB, 2 GB. This TCG Video Worlds covering advanced trainings, moderate trainings and basic trainings. So basic trainings, advanced trainings, moderate trainings. Please note my next word carefully. All basic trainings would be 2000, which means you choose any topic of basic, you get at 2000. Moderate and advanced training pricing depend upon content to content. So I repeat, TCG Video World is a platform when you have 100 plus topic, 5 already live, 2 hours video training. It's a video training to be uploaded in the Telegram group. If we need more space, we request for Gmail ID. Advanced trainings, moderate trainings and basic trainings. Please do remember this. And this is live. This platform is well integrated with our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. So this is well integrated with our fixed income platform. This is a glimpse of our hedge fund desk. Like I made myself very clear upfrontly that no third party in the whole world can enter in this platform, which means that we do not trade somebody's money. We only trade our own money. So no third party can enter in our platform. This is only for ours. But this platform covers equity desk. This platform covers scalping group. This platform covers commodities desk, comics platform, penny stock desk, silver scalping fund which we just started, and more importantly the Asian desk where we're covering Singapore and all, and the digital gold. More product we would be launching in this hedge fund, but I will again repeat, no third party except Treasury Consulting can enter in this fund. This is not for outsiders. This is our prop hedge fund, which is completely designed for the organization, by the organization. No third party is allowed. And we are very limited companies in the world, those who are running the profitable hedge fund. Our income and everything is really good, but we do not trade somebody's money. These are our credentials. You know my handheld number 9899242978. These are our WhatsApp numbers, our platform www.fixedincome.global, email ID rahul.magan@treasuryconsulting.in or info@treasuryconsulting.in. I assure you, probably in another 1 year of time, we would have more than 100 plus different platforms across the globe. Company would continue to be cash rich. We never allow any venture capitalist to enter in our company because we know the side effects of that, and we continue to add lots of products and services. In case you wish to have any information, these are all the credentials. Thank you guys and have a great time ahead.